Well, summer break is winding down for area students. For most of them, fall classes will begin right after Labor Day, and some students are actually back to school already. Along with school supplies, new clothes and shoes, getting the necessary immunizations and vaccinations should be a top priority. Local nurse practitioner Anna Kembrick is here to run through what the students should be prepared with and what parents should know as well. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you.
You're welcome. For a lot of these students, they can't go to school until they have these vaccinations, right?
Absolutely. So the first big, I guess, thing that happens in our school career is kindergarten, and you have the immunizations and the physicals. Okay, but the next one is 6th grade. So there are 3 key vaccinations for 6th grade. The first one is Tdap, or tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis, or whooping cough. You have to have that before you go into 6th grade. So that's like they gotta have that paperwork before they go. They won't even get their classes, I believe, until they
Right, you're not allowed in
show
school.
proof. That's right. So the other 2, meningococcal vaccine, which is meningitis. Meningitis is an inflammation of the tissues that protect the brain and the spinal cord. Can be really ill with that, but that's not required. But they usually get that around 11 and 12 years old. And then the last one is HPV vaccine, which is human papilloma virus. It's for boys and girls, typically between 11 and 12 years old. And it's for, the human papilloma virus, which causes cancer, typically later on in life. And I think you've seen some of the commercials on TV.
And that's an optional one as well, because it's a little controversial.
It is. It's definitely optional, though. You don't have to have it for your child.
And what about higher level? Is there something that college-age students need?
They usually need meningococcal again. Sometimes they want it at least before 16, and then they'll maybe want it sometime before college. It just depends. Most kids don't get, well, they're starting to get it now earlier. So meningitis, definitely make sure they have a tetanus for college, and a lot of times they'll want like a tuberculin skin test.
Yeah, we have to think about those booster shots too.
Right.
Yeah, as adults we sometimes forget that those are necessary.
That's right.
When the kids go back to school, it's summertime, so you don't think about colds and things like that, but there are some personal hygiene issues that our students need to be aware of. And as parents, we need to teach them.
Right, so they're going back to school, everybody's all excited, and they're sharing the love, but they're sharing the germs as well. So you definitely want to make sure hand washing, that's the most important thing. Soap, water, and friction is the most important, but if you can't have that and you have hand sanitizer, that's fine. You just want to make sure you're touching your food and putting your food in your mouth with dirty hands.
And when you're washing, you want to make sure you wash your hands well.
Yeah, well. So like about 20 seconds is good. Usually we sing the happy birthday song, and that usually helps.
Sing it twice,
So, and then you definitely want to, if you're coughing or sneezing, cough in your sleeve, not in your hand, or you can do it in a tissue, but not in a bare hand. Definitely don't want to do that. Lice is actually
that's a big
something.
thing. Yeah, when you see the kids come home with the note, that's a scary thing.
That's scary. So don't share hats with your friends. Also, towels. Don't share towels, like gym towels, like all that stuff with kids, because locker rooms are like really warm and moist, and bacteria loves that type of environment. So you can get MRSA, which is a superbug. It's something that antibiotics are resistant to. So you definitely want to do that. But usually just don't share stuff. Don't share your drinks or your utensils. And
yeah, because I notice a lot of students are out practicing sports right now, and it's hot, and we shouldn't share water bottles.
Not at all.
Okay, we don't want that bacteria growing at all. So a lot of those issues that we're dealing with there, and a lot of the students sometimes get something that is contagious, like a pink eye or strep throat, and those are the times you want to really keep your student home.
Right, yeah. So when you talk about sharing the bacteria, sharing the drinks, touching on things, so strep throat and conjunctivitis, which is either bacterial or viral, but most of the time bacterial, that's pink eye. When you have a lot of swelling and redness of the eye, but at the same time if you have that goopy discharge, that usually is pink eye. So
whenever you say the word goopy, it's like,
I know, well, that's what it looks like. It's like goopy. That's what everybody describes it as. And they wake up with a crusted shut eye. That's usually what you hear, the complaint. So then also strep throat is a big thing. So you can pass that easily through sharing, drinks and things like that. So what we're looking for typically is fevers over 100. We're looking for like sore lymph nodes in the neck, those big tonsils with the white patches on the inside of the throat, and then headaches and fevers. So if you ever think your child is experiencing any of those symptoms, you definitely want to take them to the pediatrician, or you can bring them to see us at Minute Clinic. All right. Students and parents beware, but get those vaccinations now.
Yes, absolutely. Anna, thank you so much for joining us today. You're very welcome.